Alright, welcome to my day 29 progression guide. So as you see, we only got one level increase compared to how we normally get 2. If you notice, we need 2.6 million, so we're going to need quite a bit more experience to reach level cap. So starting out, you want to do Mia's Kitchen, you want to do your bounties, then you want to do your ruins. And for today, we have access to B03 hard. Then if you have any story left over, you want to go ahead and complete that. Alright, now let's talk about vitality. So for today, we got access to the helm, shoulders, and a Shiro matrix. Now these are not the greatest, but they're still really good. And you do want to have an extra copy of gear, so that way you can start up your gear. Ideally, you want to try to get all your gear up to 5. Even if it's not the greatest, best in the world, you can just save that for later and meld it in. Yes, you lose a little bit of experience, but having that power now is going to help you immensely. Now, when it comes to vitality solutions, that depends on you. You might want to save some for once you reach level 70, and you also might want to save some for days like Tuesday, where we have the King, Crow, matrices, and also really good gear. Which leads us to interstellar exploration. So again, you want to check your stargates and see if you have 2 or more in this category. That means it's a level 3 stargate. Ideally, your best stargates are going to be nanofibers. You might even want to consider level 2 stargates for nanofibers, because if you're getting Claudia, guess what? She uses nanofibers. Now that we're 61, we get access to difficulty 5, so you want to make sure you're selecting difficulty 5 when it comes to dimensional trials. And this is the same for space-time domain, so if you need money, make sure you're selecting difficulty 5. For other ways to get experience, you can get Rust and Iron chest, password chest, and supply pods. But other than that, check out my experience guide if you want some more ways. Then don't forget to do your daily gifts. You want to go to the black market and talk to Hopkins. You want to go to Cetus Island and do the claw machine. Then you want to do your 2 ability trainings. Quick tip, if you get the rhythm training, Samir is MVP. Next, you want to maintain your vehicle. So some of the best places is Astra Shelter. The next place would be Bangi Shelter. After that, we got the Black Market. And the best place, High Crows. Also attack any elemental rocks you see for crystals. So I wanted to quickly discuss the hacking problem that we had recently in the game. It seems like people were able to copy weapons, so they were able to get like max star copies of all the characters, and I believe they were also able to like copy dark crystals. And on top of that, before we even had that, people were able to like hack their suppressor and get like a 7.1 suppressor, allowing them to get to very high levels in the Bygone. So the development team finally responded to a lot of these issues. What ended up happening is that they gave a 10-year suspension to most of the people that were duplicating items, and then they just permanently banned people that were just doing massive hacks. So over 3,000 accounts have been permanently banned, and over 1,000 accounts have been suspended for over 10 years. So fair warning, if you have been doing some of these methods or you're trying to buy accounts, you could get in trouble. I'll leave a link down in the description to this article, and there's also a link to a suspension list, so hopefully you're not on it. On a brighter note, it looks like Claudia has been officially confirmed to be released on September 15th. So she is coming with Artificial Island. So if you want Claudia, you better start preparing. Now let's talk about the Road to Strife event. So for today, you need to get your 1200 star grit. Also, you have access to the Stellar Ray Divergence to where you can do those stargates. You just need to do 4 of them, and then you knocked out your star grit for the day. But we do have orienteering today, so if you want to just do some races, feel free to do that. But tomorrow, we got the doubles mega arena to where you can team up with your friends and do a double PvP. So we have a little bit more things to do tomorrow. But I did want to point out to you, in the shop, we've now reached level 2. So that is why you saw me with the Mechbird, because I was able to buy all the pieces. I haven't really bought anything in the shop. I've just been saving for the Mechbird, and today I was finally able to buy it. Alright, then don't forget about your weekly tab. You want to make sure you're knocking most of this stuff out so that way you can get those free resources. And you definitely want to get the things up top. That brings us to our challenges. Again, we're getting close to the end of the week, so you want to make sure you're going into Bygone Phantasm and at least attempting that, so that way you can climb the ranks. Then for today, we got access to another Void Rift. Also make sure you check your bosses to see if this is a first time boss kill for you. Then we got the Wormhole. You have about a day and 6 hours to complete the new level and then do the endless mode. But if you can't, don't really worry about it. You just miss out on a little bit of crystal dust. Right now, I basically got to the last stage and I'm stuck around 3-4. One thing that's really helped me is that I started starring up my gear. So now I'm a lot more powerful than I used to be. So if you guys haven't been starring up your gear, you might want to do that so that way you can maybe get a couple levels out. I know for today, I'm going to be running joint ops a couple times so that way I can get some stronger pieces of gear. Then we got Frontier Clash. Now you can either save up your attempts and run it maybe on Saturday or Sunday or something like that, or you can do one at a time and just try to keep upgrading your pieces of gear so that way you can knock out some of the things like the Bygone or the Wormhole. It's up to you guys. And last but not least, we got Apex League. Again, if you're trying to climb for Grand Marshal, you might want to put a couple hours in each day. Then don't forget to do your daily buys. So you want to go to shop, hot, then buy your 2 vitality solutions. Now this is only if you can afford it. Next, we want to go to the Commissary. Starting with the Crystal Dust Store, you want to make sure you're buying your advancement modules and your booster modules. Then, if you need to upgrade any of your pieces, you might want to consider buying an extra piece of gear. Next, we have the Crew Store, to where either you want to buy potent Omnium crystals, or you want to buy relic shards. One relic you might want to look out for is the Omnium Shield, because if you get this to 5-star, it increases your damage by 25%. Not just you, but your allies also. And how you get those crew points is you want to make sure you're doing your daily donations, and you're doing your 4 missions for the week. You want to make sure you're buying your joint supply chips. And some of the best ways to get support points is to do Frontier Clash, normal mode, to where you get experience, machine parts, and 375 support points. On top of that, you can do Matrix Drills, difficulty 1, have a party of 2, run that over and over for 150 support points. Or you can do Void Risk for 150 support points, or you can do world bosses and then just make sure you force decipher so that way you get 100 support points as well as machine parts. Besides that, you can go achievement hunting, explore the map, or go mount farming. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If so, check out my day 28 video. But other than that, talk with you guys later.